Thank you. It's more lighter here, that's why I moved it a bit. Location is quite important when it comes to recording. Otherwise, one will just continue to struggle with internet. Are you serious? Nice haircut. Are you serious? Life is easy with it. I don't have to be wasting time in the hairdressing salon. I'm sorry, the hairdresser are on board. I'm too busy to have time now. And I don't have the kind of hair someone can just be pulling around. It give me headache. Hello, Mr. Olabi. Somebody say Mr. Olabi saying hello. Hello, Mr. Olabi. Hello. It's the first Friday in the month. I have finished my legal work for today, and I'm thinking of what can be done to just connect with my fans out there. So a topic just came to my mind, and that's what I threw out to you there. And I want everybody to contribute immensely into that topic, whether you are a male or female, regardless. I really want your contributions because I'm giving advice in that area. So we need your contributions, and a lot of people are suffering under that heading. So they need advice, they need your assistance, they need your support. So whether you are a male or female, amen, amen. I'm waiting Governor of Ekiti State. Amen. I'm ready anytime. But you know, I don't really like politics, but I like appointments. You know, so anytime I'm ready. I want to serve my people. I want to serve you. That's the whole idea. I want to serve. I want to be answerable. I want to answer my people. You know, I am humble, so I want to answer you anytime you call upon me. I will serve, either in England or in Nigeria. I'm ready to serve. Thank you for coming on one by one. It's a Friday afternoon. The topic is a hot topic. You know, it's a very, very hot topic. And I want everyone to contribute. I want you to contribute into the topic. It's a Friday afternoon, so you're going to be having varieties of music from this end. We will pause and pause and pause and keep on putting in, you know, topic, music rather. But I don't want you to be bored. Good to see you, my lovely one. Good to see you. Good to see you as well. Thank you for coming on. I'm sure you are my colleague in legal practice. So I love to have you on. Thank you. You know? Thank you. Thank you. You know I love you, princess. I love you dearly. Are you JP's daughter? Say yes or no. Are you JP's daughter? Because you have the same surname with her. Is she your mom? You have the same surname with JP. Same surname, Omiyale. So is she your mom? So I will know whether I know you one-to-one or know you through your mom. You see, the whole idea is to talk about the problem we are having in the private household, domestic violence, what is causing it, and how can it be controlled and calm. The problem in the private household, domestic problem, domestic violence in private household. Over the past 3-4 days again, I have received so much of a crying on my shoulder again. So it's becoming common. So this evening I was thinking of doing a topic, and that topic just came to my mind and said, why don't you share it with the public and see if you can get something back from them. So that is why I came on board now, to bring it out to people at large so that we can discuss it. Good evening, my dear. Good evening. That is not fair. What will happen to our legal system if you take on a political post? That's not fair now. Do you know if I go on to political posts, you will still have access to me? I will not restrain myself from public. I will not hide myself from public because that's what made me. I will not hide myself. I will be answerable. If I go on political post, I will give back to you. I will report back to you. I will work within the British political system where accountability is recognized. You know, so if I work in Nigeria, I will go back to my people and give them feedback. You know, I will give them feedback. You know. Good evening and thank you for coming on one by one. You are blessed also. Thank you. This is the first Friday in the month of August 2017. I'm going to use this medium to seek for God's protection and assistance in all we do. Because in anything we do, we have to put God forward. A failure to do that makes us be nobody and being proud for nothing. When you put God forward, you can never lack. You know, in anything you do, you put God forward. Putting God forward means you are humble and you know your source. And if you don't have God, you don't have your source. You're lost. You're lost. So I want to appreciate all of you coming on one by one. I want to thank you for coming on this forum. If I don't do it today, I would not be able to do it on my media tomorrow. Because tomorrow, every time I'm on media, it's a pure legal advice. So that's why I cannot do that on the media tomorrow. And I'd like to discuss that today. So I want to appreciate you for coming on. Thank you, all of you. You see, in life, yeah, things that we don't understand, it's more than what we understand. There's quite a lot of people facing this problem out there. But the problem is that they don't know how to discuss it with people. I love you too as well, my dear. You know, they don't know how to discuss their problem with their friends because they will mock them. The worst scenario is that they don't even know whether to go to the police or to the women's aid to seek assistance. So as a result of that, it's becoming immensely increasing, and a lot of people are hidden underneath because they don't know what to say and they don't know who to say it to. They don't know what to say and they don't know who to say it to. You know. But I want us to talk about this topic today. I want you to contribute, please. I need your help. 07908 628240. 07908628240. My position has not changed in the community. I am still a legal practitioner. I'm a solicitor of the Supreme Court of England and Wales. But there are some things that you do it differently from others, and that's what you see me here for. You know, I don't like to do the same thing all the time. I get bored. I am not the type that do the same thing. You know, I like to do things differently. So I don't get bored with what I'm doing. I don't get fed up. So I never get fed up with things because I change size. My personality is different. I change things around. I move things around. I do things the other way around sometimes just to make myself happy, not to make somebody else happy. Because what is crucial in life is that you have to be happy first before someone else can be happy. If you are not happy, the majority that they have put behind you to assist can never be happy, because the good mind is what will instill inside you and it will enable you to assist others. So you have to be happy first. Thank you, my dear. Thank you. Thank you. You know. So happiness should be our priority. Once we can get that on board, then the rest is easy. The rest will come on, you know, gradually. Today is Friday. That's why you see me in my polo t-shirt. We want to talk about the reason why we are having domestic violence in the private household. Why is it increasing? Does class or status have an impact? Class different status, does it have impact in that situation? Is that the reason why? Think about it. Either in Nigeria, in America, elsewhere in the world, why do we have an increase in domestic violence within the private household? It's becoming immensely a big problem in the society and it's underreported. Despite the fact all the statistics collected, it still reveals that it's underreported. As a result of that, the only way to allow people to speak out is to educate them, enlighten them, whether male or female. A lot of people think it's only female that faces domestic violence, but you were wrong. Men are being tormented, even though they cannot be beaten because of their physical power, but they are being tormented. So how do we control it? I'm going to be on 07908 628 240. On 07908 628 240. That is the number you're going to get me on. 07908 628 240. You will get me on that number. You know, 07908 628 240. Now always look for my office number, so don't blame me. Yeah, it's on 07908 628 240. 07908 628 240. That is the number you're going to find me on today, because majority of the times we are having problems in the society. A lot of people don't know how to control it, and they don't know who to go to report this problem. So I want us to discuss it at large, and we see whether we can assist people. We can help our friends that are in that situation. There is no way we can pretend that we don't know about what is going on. Class and status contribute a lot, ma. Thank you. I need your contribution. We are on 07908. We cannot continue to leave it as it is. So I want you to contribute if you are out there, please. Before I start, I will take your calls. Wait for me now. I haven't started. Are you calling for this program? Are you for this program, yeah? Okay. I know. Can you call me back in another 1 minute? I need to start the program off straight away. Thank you. Yeah, bye. Bye. I like to start program properly before just rushing into taking calls. It is highly important to recognize God in anything that we do. I want to pray for all of you that are coming on. I want your head to be bowed wherever you are. I want you to receive this anointing inside me. I want you to hide it onto your one and go to the word and enlarge your coast. This is the first Friday of the month, and it's the first Friday of our meeting in August. The fact that I don't have particular day or time that I come on doesn't mean that we are careless with our time. We are not careless with our time. It's controlled by God. I want to use this medium to pray for all of you on my forum. All of you that comes anytime you get my notification, whether it's something that's relevant to you or not. I have spoken as a child of God and by the authority in heaven. In this month of August, joy will locate you. Happiness will knock on your door, you will open. People will celebrate you and you will be celebrated. Everything that your heart desire, including my heart desire, the Lord Almighty will provide for us in this month. We will not cry over our children. We will not lack over our things. We will not borrow before we eat. We will not be behind among our friends, colleagues, and family. Whatever we lay our hand upon, as Joseph has rightfully mentioned, that anything he touches flourishes. I speak by the authority in heaven. Whatever you and I touch this month or ever after, it will flourish for us. Whatever our hearts desire to have, we will have it in the name of Jesus. By the authority in heaven, the hidden room where the enemies think they have hid us, The Lord says the door has opened for us. So we should go out and enlarge our coast. Our coast will be enlarged in the name of Jesus. We will not lack. It is only the children of lion that lack. But those who believe and put their minds to God, they never lack. As you and I believe in faith that's established in our hearts, whether you are a churchgoer or not, it is established that the Lord has provided for our needs, and we will never go behind again. We will never lack. Wherever we have things that we are expecting, properties, money, or things of anything of substance that belongs to us, that is being delayed or blocked elsewhere, it's only time that God wants us to reflect of his bigness. God only wants to show us that he is God. We should not fear, we should not scare. He is well with us. The Bible says he will release everything that we are expecting. Whether it is your status that is giving you headache, whatever you are expecting from God, by the authority that is having the day and night and middle day, by the authority that is distributing the goodness from heaven, that brings rain from above, we will receive the joy before the month of August runs to the end. As God will have it, people will celebrate with us. We will have reason to bring people together to celebrate in this month. People don't know, but God is alive. God is not dead. He's a faithful God. It is well with all of you. Thank you as you are coming on. Bless your soul. I thank you all for being here, and let us go into our main business for the day. Main business for the day is what always makes me happy, you know. When we go into business of the day, I enjoy it more than anything else, because it allows us to understand who we are, and that is when we focus and we can talk the way we like. This forum is for us, the elite. It's not for Dick and Harry, it's for us, the elite. So if you are out there, I cannot but say, please contribute. Everything to God in prayer. Oh, what is he often for of it? Oh, what needless pray we bear. It is. It's because we do not take our problem to God. That's why we have pain. When we leave everything into his hand, his time is different from our timing. But we are too in a hurry. Even me, I'm so much in a hurry to get things back. I am so much in a hurry. But the timing, what about the timing? What about the timing? We need to think about the timing in anything we do. We can't think about the timing we get stuck. You know, we should be able to time ourselves properly. Take it to the Lord in prayer. We find a friend so faithful, ooh, we all our sorrows share. Can you find a friend that will be so faithful that you can pour your heart, your mind, and share everything? You can only do that in Christ. What a friend we have in Jesus. That's the name of that song. So if you need it, go on YouTube and get it out. What a friend we have in Jesus. Come back with a load of care. Precious Savior, still a refuge. Take it to the Lord in prayer. You, thy friends despise, forsake again. Take it to the Lord in prayer. When your friend lets you down, don't fight. Just take it to God. Let God do the judgment for you. Let it fight your battle. Put your problem onto him. He will then. That is where you will find your rest and peace. In his arms alone you can find peace. That is just that for that one. Now we go into what we call the real music, you know. I want us to start our program now, so let's go into it. Okay, we are going into program now. Hello. Happy Friday to you, my dear. Are you in to contribute?
Yes, ma'am.
The topic is that does violence in a private home, domestic violence in a private home, does status or class has an impact into it? Join me right now on 07908 628240. Contribute, my sister. Go on.
It does. It does. It does. Big time. Especially in this, I don't know of other parts of the world, in this England that I am. A lot is going on close door, especially amongst our community. Even the Asians. I once have an Asian friend back then in school.
Okay.
She said to me that things like that do happen amongst their community as well. So, okay, taking it back to our community, which is, I'll say the African community. It does happen. Sometimes when the man, especially when the man, maybe the man is the one that is, let's say, has the paper. Let's put it that way. Has the paper and stuff, and the wife or the spouse or whatever you classify it to be, it's not, on that level yet. Trust me, sometimes the man, they do misbehave. They do misbehave. I'll use myself as an example. I remember back then, my ex used to beat the hell out of me. Out of no reason. Just out of no reason. He will come back from wherever he has gone. Out of no reason, he will pick up a fight and start to beat me. So it goes on. It goes on in this our African community. A lot is going on. And how to maybe quench it. To be honest with you, Auntie, I do not know. But it's going on. A lot is going on. And especially women are suffering. I'm not saying that the men are not experiencing the same thing that the women are experiencing. I'm not saying that. But the higher percentage is women. The higher percentage is women. And these things, some of it are going on unannounced. They will not report it. And if a man beats you once, trust me, there is high tendency that he's going to do it again and again. Regardless of anything that happens, maybe in my community, the woman mouth too sharp. Regardless, if a man hits you once, there is high tendency that he's going to hit you again and again. I remember when I was going through mine, I thought it was a one-off thing. But trust me, I nearly lost my life. If not for God that took me out of that relationship. And up to this point, as I'm telling you, if I sit down sometimes and I flashback, when you have just like a flashback, I will cry like a baby. There was one time somebody said, "May you need a proper counseling because this thing has happened years and years ago, but it's still affecting you." So ladies should bear that in mind, that even if you leave, trust me, you need a proper counseling in order for your brain to be reset again. Because each time you think about it, you would not look like a child. So if it can be raised away from our community, I don't know, with the help of God and with the help of people that if they come out and speak about it and report it, because the link that can't tell me one of them, if that loss is going on in our African Caribbean community that is not reported to the authority. So that's why it keeps occurring. That's why it keeps occurring all the time. If you do not have a physical scar, trust me, the ink scar, I don't know how to describe it. What is inside you, if you experience this, trust me, is going to live with you to the rest of your life. Some people even go insane because of domestic violence. Some people go insane. Some people lose their memory because of domestic violence. It's happening in our community, but it's just because we do not report it to the right authority. That's why we think that it's just no. It's sweep under the carpet sometimes, So that's my contribution, ma.
Thank you, sister. God bless you.
Thank you, ma.
Thank you. Now that sister said that because of immigration status, that's what she said. But now, what about Nigeria, where there is no issue of immigration status? Why do we continue to have an increment of reported or of an incident similar to that type in Nigeria, where there is nothing called immigration? Isn't it class has an impact? When we talk of class, how do you define class? Isn't it status has an impact? When we talk of status, how do you define status? In fact, does religion background has impact, or ethnicity? Does it have impact, or is it is it attitude, character, behavior, or upbringing that affect individuals that are assailant in this problem? Is it the way they were brought up? I want you to join me on 07908 628240. We are live right now on my Lawyer Tokunbo Olagbaye page. You can tell your friends to pick on the notification and like it so that they can get notification from time to time when we bring in an important topic like this. We have not abandoned the issue of immigration status, answering questions and dealing with problems. We haven't abandoned that. But we believe that things like this needs to be looked into so that we don't pretend as if we're not aware of what is going on. Mr. Producer. You know, say I know you got roof, and I know like I roof. If you're white, Maya, set the roof on fire. Put the money in the air, because you talk about wire. I said my level too low, I'm not gonna lift me higher. I'm a bullet show, If anybody fuck up, I go put them in that place. I don't do real estate, I'm a different but I'm a bullet show. But we haven't left and gone. We are still on the same topic. I want you to enjoy that music. Today's Friday. You know. It says my own opinion, ma. I will say that it is upbringing. I will say that it is upbringing. A boy that the dad is beating the mom in his presence will grow up to believe that it is the normal way of treating a woman. Let's spin it. It says intimidation contributes as well. Intimidation contributes as well. And someone says, I believe it is a two-way thing, not one way. Because we are looking at the masculine, what people are saying all the time is the masculine side that is beating the feminist side, isn't it? So male beating female. What about the scenario? Be honest, because where there is no person, there is God. Be honest in this situation. What about the situation whereby the lady has everything and treats her husband like a slave, or her boyfriend or her partner like a slave? Now, because there is no physical intervention, physical violence, people do not see that as domestic violence. What about the emotional side? At times, it's friends' pressure and influence. Did you see the point? At times, it's the friends' pressure and influence that contributes into violence in the home. When friends give you advice wrongly, you take it on and you go home and go and misbehave to the person in the house. That is the starting point of domestic violence. You know, that is the starting point. You know, that is the starting point. So we need to be wary of it. Okay, I will look at that point. Thank you for the prayers. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. We are on 07908 we are 07908 628 and 240. That is the issue that we need to look into when we have time in detail. Violence, the domestic violence in private household. When we are talking about that, we are in Britain and it's because of immigration status. That is why we're having that problem. In Nigeria, where we come from, we do not have the issue of immigration issue. Why are women facing violence from their men? Why a woman continue to experience beating, batterings every now and then from her husband that she loves dearly, and after beating, you will then take her to bed to have sex with her. problem, two punishment, apart from the physical beating. The sex without consent is rape. It is a bad thing. Having sex with your wife without her consent is rape. The law we have today, a man can be jailed for that. A married man can be jailed for having that kind of sex with his wife. Hello? Good evening to you, sister. Are you contributing?
Yeah, happy weekend to happy Friday to you, ma.
Thank you, bless you, my sister.
Happy Friday to everybody on the platform.
Thank you.
Yeah. My own contribution to this domestic violence in marriage is that I want to use my own as an example between my mom and my dad. Because my mom, she's a very intelligent person. She wants to aspire to do more and more, to study more and more. So, the mom back to Lossy school of, because she was here before, because of the jealousy and all sorts. Only the immigration back, not what deport on Palosile. That was then. So on the page she wanted to do more. She was into nursing, she was into computer science and all sorts. When he saw the own trying to do more than him. No be she nkobe yẹn to délé ó dẹ̀ tún pé àwọn náà ò lè jókòó síbi kan pé káwọn máa wọ ọwọ́ ọkùnrin kó máa ṣe ògbẹ fún wọn. She want to do more. What my dad will do to my mom is wọ́n á tì wọ́n mọ́lé, wọ́n á so mọ́mì mi mọ́ ara bed. Nígbà yẹn the bed tó máa ń lọ mọ́ bed tó máa ń lọ àwọn oníbẹ̀dì onírin nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn tó máa ń lò láwọn ayé àtijọ́ yẹn. Wọ́n máa so wọ́n mọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀dì nígbà yẹn. Wọ́n á fomi wọ́n bẹ́ẹ̀dì onírin yìí wọ́n á fi dápà sí wọn lára, all because she want to study more and go higher. What are we going to do about that, man? Is that not domestic violence or what? Because sometimes man will see it affect me though. I'm not experiencing that kind of a thing in my own marriage. Thank God for that. But Tima won't got me go through that kind of a thing she went through, and she still stood. Maybe she's not going to leave that family. She's not going to leave that my dad's house because of our children. It's a trauma for me alone, not to talk of her.
Is your father still alive?
He's dead now.
But before his death, how do you see him? How do you look at him whenever you remember this kind of incident, this situation?
Yeah, but then because we are still very much small, we still don't. Not that we don't have say. But before we could say anything, all reporting no year of she back want to shebo pẹ̀lú. In fact, people that demand now, our abúlé that demand to join, they will contribute to it and start working, smacking my mom then. Then, Ima. So it's what we grew up with. So it was a trauma, but we overcome it being a child. So I know that kind of a thing cannot be going on now. If that kind of a thing is going on now because your wife is doing more than you, or your wife is doing more than what you expected of her to have done at home, that man is insane. Because that is what we capitalized on our father. So maybe he's insane then. Though he's our father, we still go according to his rule, according to his word. So
what about your mom's family? Are they aware of the incident?
They are aware. There's nothing they can do because they say it's her husband's house, so she just has to listen to her husband.
Really?
Yes, ma'am.
And what year was this, if you don't mind me?
It's been long. This I'm saying would be around 82, 83.
I know. I can imagine so.
Yeah.
I can imagine. Thank you, sister.
So it's been a while now. So what can we say about that? If a man sees a wife doing more than
making progress and doing better than him.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So that's my own contribution, ma'am.
Thank you, sister. God bless you. We thank God for your life. Thank you. Is your mother still alive, sister?
Yeah, my mom is still alive.
And
she comes and go. Yes, she comes now here and go back home.
We thank God for her life. Thank God.
Thank God. Thank God.
Thank you, sister. Thanks for your contribution. That is a situation. I just hope that people can be listening when others are sharing their experience and take it from there. At that time, that's the thinking of the parents, of parents. What a former fucker, they have given her to him. So, he holds the dead and life of her. What an hypocrite. It's still happening today that some of my clients will come and report to me that their husband does not want them to do anything better. Hello?
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Thank you. Are you contributing into this topic?
Yes, I'm contributing.
Fantastic. We need a man in our gathering. Fantastic. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
We can't do without you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Please go on.
I always enjoy your program.
Thank you.
Most times, I don't normally have time to contribute. But today, I really like the topic. And I'm just driving out of work, so I'm going to park now.
Okay.
For a while.
Okay.
The first thing is, I don't know why it is only status that we are looking at today. Because there are quite a lot of factors that have been attributed to various problems at home. In the first place, status generally always cause differences, not only at home, even at work. Even if you go to a park, you can see, and the classification has been like that. And it cannot change. There's nothing we can do to change it. That it is clear. The poor will always be a poor person, and the rich person will always be a rich person.
So must we take? No. I couldn't go. Please, this is.
I'm not going. I have a lot of points to raise here.
Right. Okay. Let me let you continue first.
Yeah, so the status cannot change. A man will continue to be a man, and a lady will continue to be a lady. Even if they turn to gay and lesbian, it's not going to change. The status will still be there. We have them in our society. We respect them, but at the same time, we always pray that they change and they see the true color of the whole thing. So the status remains the same thing everywhere. It won't change. But I don't know why we are not looking at other factors. For instance, sex. At home, you see one of the serious factors.
Contributing factor.
Yeah, that always creates problems at home is sex. And you must say the truth. What ladies are doing in this country, I've seen a lot of people that will go to Nigeria and bring their spouse, their wife. By the time these ladies get to London, they become something else entirely. Imagine a man going to work in the night and work. People will work in this country. They're coming back and met the wife or the girlfriend, the spouse, sleeping with another man in the same house.
Sure.
And having evidence of that, how can such a man be happy at home? That is another factor. If you leave that aside, because we know what our ladies are doing. I was surprised with what I saw on the Facebook with a particular woman saying if someone is coming to our party, they must not wear bra, they must not wear this, and even the men must not wear this. In our society, we've forgotten where we came from. And we start to imbibe wrong culture because of the fact that we are in London. What is London? Even if there is a culture here, we can still practice our own culture by respecting our husband, by respecting our wives. So that's another factor that is very important in the society nowadays, you will see what people do and you will be amazed. Imagine a picture of a sister who went to a church, who was a choir of a church, and she mistakenly posted the private part on the social media, the church social media. Do you think such home can be settled for life? Things that people are doing, men are doing it, women are doing it secretly. There are a lot of factors that we should look into, not only the status. If I'm earning more than my wife, I do not expect my wife to disrespect me. And because I'm earning more than my wife does not mean I should disrespect my wife. So there's nothing we call love again nowadays, which will make me to go into another factor. Friends. The way friends influence each other in this country is extremely disappointing. We've seen a lot of things. You know, social media is so good nowadays. A little thing, you can see it around the world. Look at the video that was going viral about a lady who called her friend and said, "Oh, you know what? I'm in a restaurant now, and you are still with that man." Whereas the woman was even in her own house eating without soup.
I saw that video as well.
So she influenced her friend, and this is real. Is what is going on in everywhere in the UK. So friends also have impact on how we build our homes. For the fact that a woman is going to school or going to further does not mean she should deny the husband. Sex is very important. And the man will go and work his life out. By the time he's back, he cannot do anything again. He's tired. He needs to rest. Why is resting? This woman will find offense and say, "Oh, he doesn't do anything with me." Next thing is to be having sex with the same person inside the same flat. So we have a lot of factors. Even nowadays, what is happening in our society, in our gatherings, when you go to mosque, when you go to churches, you see what people say, you see what people do, you see how people live their lives because they are abroad. We've all forgotten where we came from. So society has impact on us. Friends have impact on us. Even the type of job we do, because we want to pay the bills. Then we now come home, we are useless. We can't even communicate. The husband will go to work in the morning, wife will go to work in the night. The children will go to school, they will not even see the parents. All because we want to live abroad. So there are a lot of factors that I would really suggest that we look into. Not only status. Status is significant. It shouldn't cause any problem at all. I've seen people who where husband will earn less than the woman, and the woman will still respect him. And at times, bó ṣe wà ní líìkì ló wà ní gbàǹjà, bó ṣe wà lọ́dọ̀ ọkùnrin náà ló wà lọ́dọ̀ obìnrin. At times, the man will even have money and still be something else outside. At times, the woman will have money and still be something else outside. And one thing I find among Africans, among ourselves, is pretense. A máa ń pretend nǹkan tá a lágbára, a máa ń ṣe káàkiri. And that is why you see a lot of people doing fraud. Even your girlfriend, your wife, will push you and say, look at Lagbaja, look at Samedu. They are doing this. Why can't you do it? So the man too will join them and do fraud. And at the end of the day, there will be problem at home. So there are a lot of factors. So if you look at status, I think we are limiting the scope of that conversation and that discussion. But if we can
I intentionally stream it because of the writing out of the topic. That's why that's why I stream it.
Yeah, it's good, but at the same time, I think.
But I've been mentioning other factors that contributed to the issue of domestic violence in a private household.
Yes.
I have taken that on board that you have said, my brother. Bless you.
Yeah,
I'm going to expand the factors now, so that people will know that it's not just one or two things.
There are various things.
But I really appreciate your contribution this evening.
You're welcome.
It's immensely important to us. Thank you.
The opportunity
Thank
to
you.
have my own little points.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank
We need men to contribute, because that topic, that contribution from that young man is fantastic. It's fantastic. We cannot continue to look at it from one side and ignore the other side. I like one lady over there. The lady said it works both ways. You see, that is why I always ask my ladies, when they say that they are facing violence with their men, I ask questions. Sheko ka okunrin ma e lowo? Rara, sister. Because it is when you are caught with a man or you have done something stupid that can affect this kind of that can bring up this kind of situation. Hello, my dear. Thank you.
Hello, ma. Good evening, ma.
Good evening to you. Please go on.
Yes, ma. I would like to contribute to the program, ma.
Thank you.
I want to support what the woman that spoke the other time. I want to support what she said about maybe the situation of that happens to her mom. Maybe it's still happening here in Europe, or maybe it's still happening anymore or something like that. In a way, it's still happening here as well, but in terms of how will I call it, emotional abuse. You understand? Because they know that maybe if they start beating you, the police might get involved, and because of what they call it, police criminal record, so they are kind of scared of that, so they turn it to emotional abuse. Because there are many men in this country that they don't even want their wife to progress more than them, because they are kind of scared that if she do a professional degree or something like that, maybe she's going to be like she's going to be earning more than me. She's going to be doing this, that kind of inferiority complex that no, I have to be the head. You don't need to further yourself. You don't need to go to, have any degree or something like that. So something like that is still happening in this country. And there are many women in this country that are even scared, to speak out, to voice out. Some of them is because of their, what do you call it? Maybe their parents of shame. Maybe they don't want their parents to know. Maybe there's something that involved, when they were getting married, and they don't want their parents to know that something is going on with their marriage. So they decided to keep quiet, because of that, which is totally wrong. So that's my own contribution.
Thank you, sister. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We want to be doing it snappy, so that we can allow others to contribute. We need as much as contribution we can have on this forum, especially on this particular topic. Caller, please hold on. Caller. We have someone that says that let's look at it. Somebody says it's too emotional. That I understand. Another person says, in my opinion, low self-esteem, extreme jealousy, difficulties in regulating anger and other strong emotions when they feel inferior to the other partner in education and socio-economic background. That's what somebody said there. Kevin. Oluwatobiloma said it's too emotional. And somebody said Temi said some men cannot stand women progressing and achieving or aspiring to higher heights. They want to be in control, but they are lazy to go out and do the multitask. Buki said this is where class comes in. When a woman controls her partner, I think it's more common among successful women. My opinion, not realizing the emotional impact in this. You can see what Buki said is the other way around. This is where class comes in. When a woman controls her partner, it's more common among successful women. In my opinion, not realizing the emotional impact of it. Thank you. It is only a foolish man that will hinder the progress of his woman. For a woman to progress, there should be a challenge to that man in every area of life. Even their children will automatically benefit from it. The background of family for both matters. Okay, caller, go on, please.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening to you. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah. Apparently, I'm just going to talk about what that man is saying. I would say he has points. At the end of the day, he still don't have points. I would like to speak my dialect, like this is I'm from Europe actually.
Okay.
Sometimes I don't pity men in situations of things these days because it's like in the olden days, obìnrin what you are too loyal to ọkùnrin. You understand now?
Yes.
So I think now on gbogbo generation tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ sí tó obìnrin fìyà jẹ ọkùnrin. It is due to their wickedness in the olden days. Now, ojú àwọn new girls, àwọn new generations, ó ti là ń pé you do not enslave me just because I am married to you does not mean I'm your slave. In the olden days, marriage is like slavery. Ní ayé àtijọ́. But bọ́ọ̀ bí one time yẹn, àwa gbọ́ àrọ́bá, I don't know how they talk about that thing. Like those women in the olden days, ọmọ kúnlẹ̀, wọ́n á gbé ọbẹ̀, wọ́n á gbé ẹ̀bà dání fún àwọn bàbá wa láyé àtijọ́ tó máa jẹ báyìí lórí ìkúnlẹ̀ láì ṣe table. I was literally discussing this issue with someone like it's seriously appalling. It's out of, you know. Now, to come to the issue of obìnrin wà successful, do you know how many women have died lọ́wọ́ ọkùnrin just because they are successful? Do you know how many men tó ti pa ọkùnrin just because ó rí pé ìyàwó òun ó ti fẹ́ ṣe rere ó dẹ̀ pa silently? There's a series of stories tó ti come up like that. Do you know how many women tó ti fi owó wọn tó fi gbé obìnrin wá sí ìlú yìí tí wọ́n tọ́ ọkùnrin débi tó di adé London dìre tó fi hàn pé yes ọ̀nà ti arrive tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń chase instead of the progress of the family. Àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ wọn á kọ́ wọn pé ọ̀gbẹ́ni tètè lọ jáde sí òyìnbó ló ń rẹ̀yìn kìnìkan ẹni tó mú ẹ wá sílùú wò jẹ́ kó já ẹ sí nothing. Òfin pé òkè ìwé ló fẹ́ máa chase. At the end of the day, I thank God ọlọ́run máa wá ń fìyà jẹ wọ́n. Ṣóyè yín mà. Now it's just a sad story tí ẹnì yẹn sọ. Unfortunately, you kọ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn just because of stupid laws fún obìnrin míì ṣì máa ń ní. They still go into the violence relationship. They still go into a relationship whereby their husband ties them down, beats them up. It still happens. It still happens. And I keep saying it, silentness is still killing women. It's still killing them every day of their life. I think this is the high time we just need to wake up. We being married does not mean we are slaves. We are not slaves, for crying out sake. Some people now want to like do the I don't blame some people because ọkùnrin náà tó fẹ́ fi nǹkan fẹ́ lajú obìnrin náà tètè wá nǹkan ṣe sọ̀rọ̀ ààrẹ nǹkan òkè. I would rather be single than to be married to a man who could go and work and will not appreciate the work you are doing as a wife, cooking and everything. Do you know how many people are having this opportunity in this country whereby they will go to work and come back, make their food, their everything. At the end of these are the men that will come back late in the night, 3 a.m. These are the people that are privileged to have a good wife. Now, the ones that have a bad wife, they need to go and check themselves. It's due to their characters. All of man did this be there are some things that is not even physical, it's spiritually. They need to go into prayer. They need to ask for forgiveness of sins. All these things, marriage is beyond physical, it's beyond spiritual. It goes a long way. That's my contribution, ma'am.
Thank you, sister. Thank you so much.
I just have to, express myself. He must have met a good person. So they were good and he feel, this is not good for me. She might meet that bad person. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, my dear. Thank you so much. Thank you. Monu Odota fed down Lasimo. Oh, serious. So, are we now saying that the marriage institution is not worth it anymore? Are we saying that we should continue to sit back and watch and let people die in violence at home, in their domestic violence? Are we saying that people should speak out, seek for help, and don't be quiet? What are we saying? Join me on 07908 628240. 07908 628240. Domestic violence in the private home. Does status or class has an impact? Join me right now. When I say status or class, I mean economic differences, socio-economy. When I'm saying status, when I'm saying class, I'm saying when upper class married working class. Does that have an impact? In Nigeria, there is upper class, there is working class, there is middle class. I was watching some videos yesterday. I could quickly make up my mind that this is middle class in Nigeria because they are not upper class. Because I look at the people that came there and I look at the people that were supposed to be there, they were not there. So those are the upper class that were not there. The middle class is what I saw yesterday. And when it comes to working class, it's another class continuously, extraordinarily. That one is a different one. Then you will have another poor background. In every society community, you have class. In England, we have upper class, we have middle class, and we have working class. We are middle class because we are professionals. The reason why the upper class are above us is because they are attached with the royal family. So it is only royal family that distinguish themselves. So every set from royal families are upper class. The rest of us that are professionals are middle class. And then you have the ordinaries, the working class. In Britain, I am middle class. And definitely in Nigeria, by the time I structure myself, I look at the status, I can find myself in the upper class straight away in Nigeria because it's not defined by royals in Nigeria. It's defined by you and who you know in Nigeria. But in England, it's defined because of the royals that we have the three segments, the upper class, the middle class, and the working class. And that is why we lawyers would definitely automatically come under the class of middle class if that lawyer puts him or herself in that class. But no doubt, what you put together to achieve is what they're calling class. So if you are a lawyer and you marry somebody who is not up to your standard, must you maltreat that person? Must you treat that person like a slave because you are a lawyer? Because you are a legal professional person, you have class and status. Must you maltreat that person? Remember, love doesn't have class, age, background. So if you are in love, you are in love. You should not look into any other thing when you are in love. You should not think about the person's age to you. You should not think about the person's class to you. You should not think about the person's other things to you, other than the word love that you have for that person. So the word love, L-O-V-E, is what some people need to understand how it works. And when you don't understand the love, it is going to be difficult to control domestic violence, because you will be seeing that person's mistake all the time. You'll be seeing mistake all the time. We are on 07908 628240. It's a serious and complex topic. The young man that called, which is the only man that I've called so far, saying that leave class and status aside, look at other things. A woman that was brought from Nigeria here was found in bed with another man having sex while the husband has gone to work. That's one problem. Why do you find that woman in bed with another man? Check that man and check the lady. Do they have compatibility? Is it not just a marriage of convenience that they have? Is it not the man listening to his family and brought a lady that his mother has kept for him in the village to England, thinking that they can meet, they can have the same status? Ọmọ ilẹ̀lẹ̀ ṣì máa wùwà ọmọ ilẹ̀lẹ̀. To bá gbé sórí bed, if you put ọmọ ilẹ̀lẹ̀ on a bed, he's going to fall down and come back onto that floor to sleep. You cannot put somebody in a class that they don't belong. They will not be comfortable. But when you are somebody that can adjust and you have personality that is so acumen, you will blend into a society of class. You will blend into any homes they take you to. You see, ọmọ ìgboro máa ṣe ọmọ ìgboro. Tó bá fẹ́ ọmọ ìgboro sílé and ìwọ kọ́ ẹ̀ o lè brush ara ẹ̀ up láti meet standard ọmọ ìgboro, ó ń yọ ara ẹ̀ lẹ́nu ni. Let me reiterate myself in English. If you marry an outgoing person who loves to go to party all the time, a lady that loves to go to party, and you don't like to go to party, you have ruined that marriage with your own hand. There is no way you can keep such a lady in the house without going to socialize. Forget how it happened. The fact that your mother loves that lady and kept her in the house for you to come and marry when you come back from England to Nigeria is a bullshit. Excuse my French. It is not your mother that will find that happiness for you. Happiness is found within. And when you find happiness, you yourself will know that I find happiness. The class difference, economy, socio-economic difference has a lot of impact. If you are a class man and you marry to somebody who's not classic, who doesn't go to work, who cannot even write properly, that will give you tiredness one day. You say I want to go to my village and I'm going to get married to a lady and bring that lady, he will be cooking and doing things for me. You are wasting your time. And an elderly man came to my office sometimes some months or probably last year to my office. He reported his wife. I was smiling inside me, but I couldn't speak out. Because he's a man of 70-year-old, European national, but Nigerian background. I don't know what happens between him and his old first marriage. But this first marriage probably have children, not up to my age, but they are all adults. Now, what the man did was that he went to Nigeria to go and marry to a young lady with his red passport, European passport, and brought the lady to England. The lady, they have freezers in the house. The lady will cook every food for Baba to eat. We cook soup, we cook fried rice, jollof rice, pounded yam, every food, and store it for Baba to eat. Before Baba will return from work at the age of 70, this lady has gone out to meet her boyfriend. Did you see what I'm saying? Did you hear me? A man of 70-year-old went to Nigeria to go and bring in a young lady in her 30s who has not brought child before. And you are expecting to keep that child in your house, to keep that lady in your house, as if it was your first marriage. You are a joker. The difference is there. Ẹgbẹ́ ẹyẹ lẹyẹ máa ń wọ́ tẹ̀lé. Ẹgbẹ́ ẹyẹ lẹyẹ máa ń tẹ̀lé. If you are going to be settled with a second woman, the first one probably died or has gone. You cannot go and get a lady of 30-something years old from the age of 70. The person that's nearer to your age, tí ó bí mọ́mọ́, is 55, 60. Lẹ́jọ́ máa lè understand ara yín, lẹ́jọ́ máa lè gbádùn ara yín, daddy. Not a girl that just wants to start her life, that has not experienced enjoyment in marriage before. You should know that she came in for the purpose of obtaining immigration status, and after which she was going to go away from your house. The man came here to come and report to me and ask for my opinion, my advice. I charged him for my consultation because so I didn't let him speak for free. I said, Daddy, that is immigration problem. Let me give you legal advice. So I took him on. I charged him properly for my work, for my time, and then gave advice. But inside me, I was saying inside me that that man has got it wrong. The age difference has impact. When we say status and class, they're not what you are thinking. It is not just about immigration. The age difference, the economic status. Somebody who is rich, if care is not taken, that omodo will still go and behave omodo one day. because ó máa lọ find ọkùnrin tó máa tó ti ní síta from her village. She's gonna go to the boyfriend that she has from her village before coming to do ọmọ ọ̀dọ̀ in that household. She only jump at the baba olowo because of the money, so that she can be getting money and be giving it to her boyfriend in the village. Love is not something anybody should be playing with. Oh, dangerous. When we talk of love, it's a dangerous thing entirely. When you are in love, people around you need to be careful because you can be obsessed with it. And this is where jealous came in. Jealous will come in no doubt. When somebody really loves you, he will be thinking that you are having sex behind his back. He will be thinking that you are seeing another man behind his back. From there, the agony of violence can come in. And before you open your eyes, he might be beating you. I studied the topic very well, domestic violence in a developing country, and I chose Nigeria as my what is it called, my test case. And I realized that in Nigeria there are so many things that cause violence, domestic violence in Nigeria. Religion is there. One is Christian, one is Muslim. How can you do it and think it will work? When you go into practicing Muslim home to marry, and you still want to keep your religion as a Christian, you are breaking your home. Possible. You have to convert because you are the woman that go into that home. So you should convert and humble yourself to that background. So another problem here. Upbringing has an impact. What the person has gone through when he was younger could affect his present marriage. We are on 07908 628240. Call me if you have something to say about this, what we're talking about. Domestic violence in a private home. Why do we have it? Why are we continuing to have this problem? Does class or status have an impact in this? Economy, socio-economy, working, jobs, religion, sex, friends have influence, society, community, parents. We are on 07908 628240. I will leave us with another 17 minutes before I go. At 6:30, I'm going to round it up. Today is Friday. I have a lot of things to do. But I just want to share this topic with us. Hello? Hello? Good evening to you, sister. Do you want to contribute? Thank you.
I just want to add to what you said about a man of 17 going to bring a small girl down to this place. I had a sister here. She's not that tall. She got married back home. She was a banker back home. And she got married back home. Their marriage was so beautiful, and she was one in town then. He had a baby boy for the husband she got married to. But she came back here. Immediately she gave back to the boy back home. She came back here with the baby. And since then, she did not go back home. She was here. And she has been working to bring the man down here. So the first attempt, the man was refused. The second, third, it's at the fifth, they granted the man an entrance to come down to this place.
Okay.
You know what, ma'am?
Yeah.
The man, when the man got here, the man did not spend up to 2 weeks before he starts bringing out one excuses or the other, that she's too small for his liking, she doesn't cook, everything is work. Before 2 weeks, this man beat this woman to pulp and left her and said to her that she's not of his caliber, that he has to go. And this man picked up 1 or 2 things of his stuff and left the woman on the floor in pain. What can we say about that man? Because the woman worked all her life to bring this man down here. When the man was back home, this man will go to this woman's house to look for his, to in-laws, do all sorts of things. He was so humble to the court. People will think that this is a genuine love. But when he got here, everything changed immediately. He said to the woman that he had a better offer in Manchester. And he left her and he went. And ever since then, we've not heard anything from him. And he had a baby. It was this woman that is going from one place to another to look for an estimate for this boy.
And did they have child together?
Yes, ma'am. Just for a boy.
And then he has gone?
Yes, ma'am.
And she's the one that brought him to the country?
Yes, ma'am. The 5th attempt was when they granted him the visa. So a lot are going on with women. I know it's both men and women, but it's more common in women. I don't know. This kind of society we live in now, we really have to sit ourselves down. Maybe before any marriage should be conducted, we should come to a lawyer, go to lawyer for marriage counseling and also, or to check our temper. I don't know. It is good. Thank you, ma.
Thank you, sister. Thank you for your contribution. Thank you, bye. That's another scenario. She used her own money to bring in her husband. The husband gets into the country, starts seeing her mistake. Within few weeks of getting into the country, violence started beating her, left her with pain, bruises, everything. Took his thing and walked out of the matrimonial home. What would you say? So the sister that says that it's in both ways was right to say it. You see, when you are looking at it from one angle, you have to look at it at the other angle. What can you do to please your partner? What can you do to make other person happy? You see, I believe that any man that is aggressive, there is nothing you can do to change him. That's my opinion. And when we talk of aggressive, there is something inside such person that makes it hate your God to prosper. The person does not want you to prosper. He's seeking that why must you go be ahead of him? And that is why you are experiencing violence, as part of what I read in my research. So status has an impact. When we say status, we're not talking of immigration status. If you look at the dictionary carefully or Google it, it does have an impact. And when we say class, it does have an impact. Religion is another problem, another factor contributing into domestic violence in the private home. Socio-economy. When he's putting money down in your hand every day, today the children need money, you ask him. Tomorrow you run out of generator petrol, you ask him. Tomorrow you run out of food in the house, you ask him. Tomorrow you run out of petrol in your own car that he bought for you, you ask him. You're going to mess yourself up. Your life is being messed up already, because everything depends on him. You cannot stand on your own. So he is very right to treat you the way he's treating you. And bear it in mind, you are not working, he's working. So in his office, he's got a secretary that is looking at his backyard. The secretary is sitting right in front of the boss. So he's looking at the backyard of his secretary. So by the time he has looked at the backyard and look at the chest and look at the bust to satisfy himself and probably take her out for lunch, getting to the house, you become nobody. because you are just a housewife. You are not working, so you are useless. So as a result of that, he does not give you that respect you command from heaven. So he sees you as nobody. Hello.
Hello, ma. Good evening, ma.
Good evening to you, sister. Thanks for coming on. Are you trying to contribute into what we're talking?
Exactly.
Please go ahead.
First and foremost, I want to say something like, you know, being African, they say something like we should be submissive. And the way the men of nowadays has defined what you call submissive, it become like you have to worship them. So even before maybe he or she has been the one that brought you here, and you've acquired by working hard and making meaning to your life, maybe that has been the way you're talking to him or you both talk to each other. But because you've decided to lift up yourself, top up your class, like you were just finishing your word earlier, you said if the person wait for him to bring money, if the person wait for him to bring this, if the person wait for him to bring that, that means you're gradually rubbishing yourself, you're bringing yourself down. Exactly. And in a case where you decided, okay, you don't want to be, maybe in the process of the relationship as it was coming up, they've already called you a gold digger, call you this, call you names. You now decide that, you know what, working hard and making life meaningful for yourself will be your watchword. Then you will now pick it from a different angle. Your present becomes very disgust for him because they said you have to be submissive. So, like you said, it's good to look at it on the both angles so that such violence will not take place. And I agree with a lady who spoke earlier who said because they don't want to have criminal record, emotional abuse is the most highest, like I would say 80% over 100 in this country. If you see a lady who decided to start having an affair, you did not ask why. Because I've seen a relationship where for 1 year, there has been no longer sexual intercourse. You call yourself marriage. And if there's going to be a sexual intercourse, it's going to be like something, oh, because you think you're not in a higher state, you've made the money or you are making the money. When you get to bed, you're still my wife, so you'll be treated like this is sex, not emotional sex anymore. So gradually, you begin to drive out of that sexual life. And you're out there, you see a friend or a brother who speaks to you regardless of maybe sex life or anything. So it has to do with our men looking at themselves and asking themselves, what do they call respect or honoring one's husband or respectful? So because the respect we used to have back home or husband has to their wife back home, if he says something or both of you are talking, you still talk. You don't hold your hand to your chest, except like the other lady said, the olden days our fathers who asked you to sit down and hold the food in your hand. So but here, if you now talk, they'll say, oh, it's because your stature has now gone up. You don't have respect. Maybe you'll be talking to him like that. Even if when you people meet, maybe you slap him before sex. If you now slap him now, it becomes because you are now financially able. If you don't work, they say you're lazy. You're being labor. If you're working and trying to aspire high ground, they say you don't have respect. So where do you fit as a woman? So if you put everything together, like you said, you're looking at it in Nigerian angle because worse is happening in Asian world and Arabian world. But let's look at it in Nigerian angle or Yoruba, for instance. We, our husband and our wife, Aman Barawa Shere. But tí ọ̀tẹ̀ bá ti di pé ó ń wọ̀ tó bá ti di pé lára ti ń wọ̀ ọ́ dẹ̀ ní lára dẹ̀ kẹ̀lé kò lóògùn. Àwa di pé ọ̀rọ̀ tó máa ń bá sọ tẹ́lẹ̀ ẹnu tó máa ń gba tẹ́lẹ̀ á di pé torí pé olówó ló ṣe ń gbà bẹ́ẹ̀. Àwọn alébẹ̀lẹ̀ níyàwó burúkú. Alébẹ̀lẹ̀ bóyá ó jáde ó mú ẹ̀pọ̀ láwọn ọ̀rẹ́ ọkùnrin kò ṣe pé ó ń ṣe ṣìnà pẹ̀lú wọn. Bọ̀ tó pé lára ti wọ̀.
Thank you, sister. Thank you.
Strengthen you and guide you in your journey of career.
Thank you.
Have a blessed day, ma.
You too, my dear. Thank you.
Bye.
Excellent contribution. You see, people have various experience, and this is the reason why I decided to be having this kind of program in conjunction with what I do as a lawyer on a daily basis. This is always what I wanted to do outside law, you know, like the way Oprah Winfrey conducted our own. So this is not just a Facebook matter. It's the way I'm taking it. I want to do it the way Oprah Winfrey conducted, you know, her in her time. But I want to start it from somewhere so that I can have my fans build up largely before I will not start taking it from community to community, from place to place. So record it like David Dibrimble case on politics every Thursday night at 10:30. You know, if you watch that one, you will see the way he gathers community and has opinion. On a Sunday morning, you will see how this guy do his BBC program on religion matter, what is happening in the society, bring people together and let them contribute and give opinion. We need experts all the time when I come on board like this. I want people to contribute. I don't want you to be ashamed of talking. I want you to have that self-confidence. I want you to have that self-esteem. I want you to talk. I want you to speak out. It's not just a woman program. So men might be thinking otherwise. But please, it's not a woman program. If you are a man there and you think your wife is misbehaving, that her attitude in the house is affecting you, is causing violence, call us on. Speak now and let us have something to discuss. 07908 628240. If you are a man and you have your wife there that she's behaving in an abnormal way, this is the time to contribute. This is not to call in and say, listen, the domestic violence does not start from men alone. It starts from women. That sometimes some women are not respectful, so they are not submissive, or they are arrogant, or they are proud, or they are this, they are that. You need to contribute. If you are a man and you are experiencing problem in the household through your wife, and you cannot talk and speak out, it means that you have lacked you lack confidence, you know. But I don't want to be saying that. You are in public. Do you want to speak?
Yes, I want to contribute to the matter. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, my dear. Please go on.
Yes. The first thing I want to talk about religion. I had a friend. She's a Christian, and she married a Muslim. And this man is a practicing Muslim. And my friend too, she is also a practicing Christian. She doesn't play with her religion. She goes to church all the time. Before they got married, the man agreed that no problem, you can go to church, you can serve your God. But once they got married, the family came in, family intervention, and they had to enforce it on the woman that you have to come to the mosque with us. And she said, no, this wasn't the agreement I had with my husband before I married him. He said, no problem, I'm free to go to my church and all that, I'm free to do whatever I want to do. But now the family came in, they stepped in, they started causing different troubles, started bringing different rules and regulations into the marriage. And this man got violent. Each time my friend would go to church, he would beat my friend. To the extent in man noticed you my jabola right. Elekadero like kò lọ sí church, tó bá ti lọ sí church wàhálà ni. To the extent ni pé tí yẹn bá fẹ́ kúnlẹ̀ ẹnu ilé kó fẹ́ gbàdúrà, wàhálà máa ṣẹlẹ̀ ẹnu ilé. Each time the lady bá wá lóyún, á sá kúrò nínú ilé, á lọ síbi tó jìnnà. Ipe tó dà tó yín eléyìí ó tún ní jábọ́, ọkùnrin tún máa wá débẹ̀. Tó bá tún ní pé lady ti lọ sí church kò délé, á tún lóyún á jábọ́. Títí ló fi jẹ́ pé marriage yẹn wà bearable mọ́. Àwọn méjèèjì eventually wọ́n separate ways wọn. So religion has a lot to do with it. Exactly. Definitely it cannot work. So our women, for instances, when they say it works and all that with majority and all that. But in some cases, when they are violent, it won't work. Because they are so much in love when they are dating, they are so much in love, they love each other and all that. Koneri go mistake, koneri ashishe, any no problem. Because you just want to get the woman into your house, any no problem. Only man lost church, only. But once over the daily plan, our funny rules, our family now, our family feel more. If I tell them part the lade ori, if you want anything, our that. So in most cases, no man dang by me. Kolukaluku follow religion, you come up to the peer, and because you don't practice. Let me just follow this person. So are very important. And then academic wise, Oda, so just say, status Olukaluku, Olukaluku battle no barring. And to a professional person, so definitely to balance be or more latter being definitely you want look out to the one, you know to the what brought up when you know my eventually will. And the back sorry by the law, so to buy out eventually I because this person is not experienced, is not exposed, there's no training, there's nothing. Come on, can you what self-cultured, can you what trained, the character and attitude, they shouldn't behave later. He has not gone through the process of education. He has not gone through the process of learning. Definitely, so why would you stoop so low? I want to marry somebody that is not of your own caliber. A lot of us, I'm frown all the time, pay follow. But people have tried it a lot. It's okay, they can fair any but at the end of the day, it doesn't work. Because any character, attitude, they all bring in there. Wo kini pé àwọn kan lo gold àwọn kan lo kó tí ẹ̀mọ́ bọ́ ṣe ń assemble everything together kọ́ ló bá ṣàbàtà. So ń gbà bí ó máa ń da kéèyàn máa fẹ́ ẹ̀ tó jẹ́ status ẹ̀. Then coming to ìlú òyìnbó tó fi jẹ́ pé ọkùnrin á mú obìnrin wọnú ilé. At the end of the day, our mama treat ẹ̀ nítorí ti rí status ẹ̀ nìyẹn pẹ́ ni yóò rẹ̀sẹ̀ dúró àbí nǹkan kan ipé kò lè do without òun and all that. You're going to put that woman into depression. Because obìnrin yẹn wò pé báwo lòun ṣe fẹ́ cope, báwo lòun ṣe fẹ́ dá dúró, and this is where empowerment comes in. Obìnrin gbọ́dọ̀ empower ara ẹ̀, no matter how little it is, no matter bí iṣẹ́ yẹn ṣe rí, just find something doing. Go to work and come back and earn something for yourself. Ibi tó ti ń ṣe tó ti ń lọ tó ti ń bọ̀, ìjọ kan á tó ra wọn. Let's look at the case of that woman, that's Olajumoke girl, tó ń ta bread. Ibi tó ti ń lọ tó ti ń bọ̀ and all that, at least ó gbọ́ story ẹ̀ online tó ní òun kọ́ṣẹ́ hairdresser and all that. But ibi tó ti ń lọ tó ti ń bọ̀ tí ò jókòó sílé tí ò lọ, she didn't go into prostitution. At least ó ń ṣe nǹkan kan, then nǹkan tó ń ṣe yẹn Ọlọ́run pàdé nǹkan tó ń ṣe yẹn and turn that to something. There's also another group on Facebook, Finn. Finn empowers women to talk out, to speak out. Any obìnrin tó bá ń go into domestic, say no to domestic violence. Don't let any man kill you in silence. Because ọkùnrin kan bá pa ẹ́, you will marry another person. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọkùnrin ló máa gba orí ìsàárè obìnrin yẹn. Tó bá ti ń go into physical, pé wọ́n wá ń fi ọwọ́ wọn ṣe wọ́n mọ̀ wọ́n fọwọ́ náà and all that. Ó fẹ́ dà polúkálukú pé ènìyàn kó tètè rọra sún sẹ́yìn. Otherwise, wọ́n kàn máa bury ẹnìyẹn ní at the end of the day. Then àwọn tí wọ́n tẹ̀ wá wà physical tó jẹ́ pé emotional wọ́n threaten èèyàn. Tó jẹ́ pé even the attitude and all that, no. A woman should still speak up. And have somebody you are confiding in. And if you know you can't cope, this is going to go into depression and mental problems and all that, then it's better to speak up and then look for a solution. So this is my own contribution. But the bottom line is, all women, they should empower themselves.
Thank you.
Even if it's going to be in business, selling and buying and all that, you need to empower yourself and find something doing. So that's my contribution.
Thank you. Fantastic.
And thank God for also your platform.
Thank you.
What you have brought up, at least we can also contribute and all that. We can speak up, we can get advice and all that. So it's a very good platform. May God bless you, ma.
Thank you, my dear. Thanks a lot for your contribution. Thank you. I didn't know that she was going to speak. I didn't know that she's going to call in. I didn't know that she's that confident to speak. That was an excellent one. That shows that she's highly educated. So it is not everybody that you see on the street because something or something that you can just look at anyhow. That was an excellent contribution, and I throw my hat to you, baby girl. That was a good contribution. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Hi.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening to you. Good evening to you.
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can, yes. Very well.
All right. Thank you very much for picking up my call. Actually, I just want to contribute to what you're saying regarding the relationship between a man and a woman and what is really going on, especially some of us are here. The incident I'm going to talk about is probably about somebody very, very close to me, a friend of mine. We actually went to the same school back home. She actually met this man, she already had a child back home, then she met this man in Nigeria, but at that time the guy was living in America or something like that. And he lied to her that he's no more with his wife, or probably something was going on between them then. So, sorry about that. So eventually we started dating and everything, and the lady became pregnant. She was going to come in, she was going to come. Eventually she did. the aspect that was not really clear to everybody was the fact that the moment she came in, this man in the kitchen turned against her for no reason. She was able to have the child back home, but initially she came in with the child and they got prejudice and everything. The man turned against her and he went back home. So this lady started doing her own thing, raising her child. The first thing she would do was the place that she was living in, she was actually living with the family of the man. I think the first 3 months of the baby was a child. They were able to get her to work and she was doing everything possible. Well, the money was going into the family, to somebody's account, anyway, because she didn't know anything about that. So, to the extent that even the pads, the diapers and everything, they were actually using her own money to feed her baby. This is a baby that will be at the same name, with the same surname and everything. But she was actually working to buy diapers and everything, including baby milk for her baby. Despite the fact that she was living with her in-laws. Eventually, one of her friends advised her to come to the city or something like that, and they found out this cleaning job, and she was doing. Anyway, to cut the story short, that was what she did. She raised her child on her own. This is something that happened maybe about 50 years ago or something now. This lady was able to to help herself raise a child. She did not marry. While she was doing her own thing, people were going about saying that, she was still waiting for the man. That was why she did not marry. Well, forgetting that she already had a child somewhere else, so she just thought that she wanted to feed her children. She did that. The other child is so grown up now, and she was able to go as far as, having master's degree and everything. Now, where the problem lies now is that everyone is now saying that she used the man to come to England. Are you listening to me, ma'am?
I am with you.
That she used the man to come to England. Even though this lady never married, she has wasted all her time, her years and everything, just to survive, to do everything. By the time she got her papers or everything, nobody came to her rescue. She did everything on her own. Now she's doing very well. She's still not married. But what people are now saying is what is affecting her. She's now, even more depressed that despite everything she did to raise 2 children on her own, not married, not everything, they're now saying that, she used the man to come to England, all these and that. So in a case like that now, what do we say about that? What can we do? How do we resolve an issue like that? Thank you very much. The reason I'm saying this is because I've been watching this program and I realize that what you're saying really makes sense, and I think everybody should learn from that. I'm not saying that women don't do some silly things, but most of the problems sometimes come from men. The fact that she lied to the woman, he lied to the woman that he wasn't married to the first wife anymore, and he did everything to bring the other woman, into family, whatever. She was pregnant, the way that she already had a child. Now she's left with 2 children on her own. Thank God she was able to raise the children. But now she cannot even go anywhere. What everyone is saying now is that, she had a motive, a different motive for coming into England and doing everything like that. So, please, what can you do? Because I'm sure the lady is listening right now. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So before you go, you're saying that he brought the she into the country.
Yeah, he was living in America then. She was supposed to go to America, but she couldn't go. So she ended up coming here, and the man came to meet her here. The man was living in America. He's back home now with his first wife, actually. But when she eventually came into this country, the man came here to meet her, then went back home. And that was the beginning of the end of the relationship. The man paid everything to bring her into this country, but he never did anything else. So now she couldn't move forward, she couldn't move backward.
So till now, did she have status?
Yeah, she got everything.
Oh, okay.
She's really settled. She went, she's got all her education.
Did she get the status through her husband?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
she got into.
It appears that there is no love between two of them.
There's what?
There's no love between two of them. It appears that the husband still loves his first wife.
Only God knows what really happened. They were actually separated according to the story that we have.
You mean the first wife, yeah?
Yes.
But they got back again. They got back together.
Ma'am?
Do they go back together? They get back together.
Yeah, they are not back together.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they only use the lady.
The one that was brought here was now dumped again.
Yeah, because he only used her. He used her to wipe away the time while the feud was on. So she was how do I describe her?
A victim.
A victim. She's an unfortunate person in the midst of a kind of a feud. She came in at the wrong time.
Oh my God.
So they only use her to settle that differences. What he will go back to the wife to say is that I am sorry. He's going to say it to his first wife and apologize. And he will say it's the thing of past. So the lady will have to move on. She has children for him.
Yeah, she has a child with him.
She has a child with him, yeah?
But he's never responsible for that.
Yes. Because she is just a victim of circumstance. That's the way I say it. She's a victim of circumstance. And as a result of that, she landed herself in that situation without unknowingly to her.
But she really loved him.
Yeah, she loved, but does he loved? Love should not be, most marriages or relationship is only one side love. But people don't know. It's only 5% that you will see both of them ignite, that love ignites. It's not a common thing that you find love that ignites in both parties like that. It's either one is in love and the other one is just there for the sake of just being in a relationship. But when you find both of them naturally in love, there is no amount of prayer that can separate them if they both are in love. And that is not common at all. That is not common.
Thank you. So what do you expect? What advice would you give to this lady now?
She just have to take her destiny as it has come, to work hard.
She's a woman. She's doing very well for herself.
Yeah.
She's raising her children.
Yeah, she needs to carry on with her life. And when time comes, when time comes, he probably will come back and look for the kid in her hand.
And you know, even before, because this is what we all witnessed, even before she eventually said no more, this man was just coming down every now and then, you know, just to, you know what I mean, you know, to like use this woman, you know what I mean, like.
The way I see it, she was used.
What a shame.
Yeah.
What a shame.
Yeah.
What a shame. It's just really sad because I have when you say that, you know, sometimes in a relationship, people should move on.
Yeah.
But you know, some people are not like that. They are not like the type that will be moving everywhere, sleeping with every man, you know. But in this case now, like you said, she's not a victim. Because, you know, it's not like she's married to another man. It's not like she cannot marry to another man. But somehow...
Why can't she marry to another man? Is there a vow between two of them?
Madam, you know the way they say back home that, you know,
Has she married to two before?
She was never married. She just had you know, she had a child in I think when she was really young, you know, after secondary school. She had a child, even though she already went to uni back home. She finished before she met this man that eventually, you know, said, no, I must marry you. Blah,
but sister, don't let us take too much time. Marriage is not for everyone. I hope you understand that. Some people are destined to have children, but they're not destined to marry. Yes. And some were destined to marry and not destined to have kids. And they'll be okay in that marriage. And the husband will not complain. Even if they have child, they will agree how to adopt or for the husband to go and get kids or get things done. It's all about destiny again. Is it that woman that you are talking to me about her? I don't think she's destined to have a husband. If I were in her shoes, She needs to just carry on with her destiny to work hard and look after her children. And if a man comes to her way, she must not have kids for that man. She must just...
What people are now saying, this is what is really getting to us, because this lady doesn't even go to party, she doesn't do anything. She's a well-known person. I mean, because maybe the family she was married to was very, very well, I mean, they are very, very wealthy. Everyone is now saying that, you know, I don't know what really happened, but because she's from her own side. But what people are not saying now is that, she saw a rich man, she married, you know, she hijacked him. You know the way our people talk sometimes, that she hijacked him. Some people were even saying that the child was a bastard child. I mean, so many things people are saying about this woman. And the fact that she just kept on doing what she wanted to do, she kept on working, studying, and doing everything. You know, the stories are just flying now that, oh, she used this. And I think the one that is really causing depression for her is that there's no, anywhere she goes, people will talk about her, and she can't just get past that. You know, she was even contemplating on going back to that. I think we just lose if we do that. She, you know, anywhere she goes, people will, you know, maybe talk to, I mean, they won't even say that to her, like, oh, that's the woman I gave back to Ofo, to be my phone, like, but that to be my phone, they don't even know anything about this lady. She was doing fantastically well before this man came in and said, oh, I must marry you. Oh, you're my kind of woman or something. She, you know, she's not outgoing person. She's a very pretty woman.
It happens, sister, but that is life. That is life. Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you so much for your contribution. Thank you. Thank you. I have to go now. There is no way I can take calls anymore. You know. I want to thank you all for your contributions with the little time we spent together. Time is of essence in everything we do. I have to move on now. But the advice I want to leave you with before I go, because when I come on like this, I just don't want to talk and talk without giving advice on the topic. I want to give you advice. You see, you need to study each other first and know the do's and don'ts of him and her before you can have a solid marriage. Marriage is not meant for everybody, so let's get that right. Marriage is not something that everybody will have to be thinking of. If you have been missing out and you have first husband that is a problem, second husband that is a problem, then you should be checking destiny before you move on again, so that people will not start counting. What is crucial for you is to enjoy your life. You need to enjoy your life. You need to be submissive and be humble. But when it's something that you cannot control anymore, get help. Don't force yourself into a relationship. Get help. But as for women that are not working and being a housewife, anywhere you are in the world, empower yourself to get out and get training, get education, sell something, get money from him. Tell him that you feel like selling stuffs, even if it's something that you want to be selling online. You need to empower yourself. If you don't have income coming in for you, you cannot meet up with today's standard. A woman must have income coming in for you to meet up with today's standard of relationship. You cannot be asking for money for eyebrow, for lipstick, for earring, for this, for that. It's going to kill that man. This is gold. This is not a costume. How many men are you going to be asking to give you money for goats today, money for goats tomorrow, money for goats tomorrow, money for goats tomorrow? You need to empower yourself. I change my glasses every 2 years. Are you going to be asking your husband to be giving you money to change glasses every 2 years? You need to empower yourself. You need to have a stable job. You need to know what you are doing. If you don't have money coming in, you lose your class, you lose your status. The respect I am getting is because I am in employment, I control myself, I have the standard from day one. You need to empower yourself. I am not a friend carrier. So if you are a friend carrier, you need to think about it again. No relationship is perfect, but it's not everybody that is destined to be in marriage. So think properly. I remember when we were younger and growing, a sister of my biological sister said that, oh, she does not want to have marriage, she just wants to have child. She said it and it's sealed. So when she got married and her marriage has turbulence, my mother was crying. I said, why are you crying? She has already said that she does not want marriage. She wants to have kids. She's blessed with children. So please let me move on. Don't cry on my head. We should be careful of what we wish for ourselves as well. But it is not for everybody. That one, I know definitely marriage is not for everyone. So we got to really check ourselves in that area. Because Taiwo get married does not mean Kende has to get married. They are not they didn't pick their destiny from the same place, even though they come from the same womb at the same time. You will still look at the time they came out of their mother's womb. There will be minutes different. And that's why the British birth certificates have time difference. So we need to be careful. We try our best to do things, but if we are not destined, we need to make ourselves happy and follow our mind, follow your heart, and make yourself happy. Don't leave relationship on sentiment because your family is saying stuff. You have to dance to their tone. Hell no. You need to dance to your destiny stone. What do you want for yourself? What pleases you? What makes you happy? We're not all the same. Our personalities and attitudes is different. So you check your personality, but you cannot change your personality. Your attitude towards people, towards things is what you need to cater for and look into. But I want to leave you to this today, and we'll meet next time with another topic. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. I remain humble. It's a Friday. I'm tired. It's always good to dress down when you are not in suit. You just behave like a child. You know, when you are not in suit, you behave like a child, like a teenager. It makes me feel good, you know, when I'm not in suit. When I'm in suit, I'm too mature. I behave too mature, too conservative. But don't step on my crocodile tail. That's the music that you can dance to. Wonderful people on board, thank you so much for your love. Thank you, excellent love. I too love you dearly, and I cannot share the love I have for all of you on this forum. X-Where. You are wonderful. You are wonderful. You see, there are some certain set of people that are always found on this board, and I throw my heart to you. I respect you. You are wonderful. Thank you so much for your love. I can only do what I can do. I'm only trying my best, you know. But I just want us to be enlightening each other from time to time. I want us to be enlightening each other, educate each other, you know. Thank you, excellent people. I remain humble to you all. And at all times, I'll try my best not to step on toes, regardless of anything. My personality is me, so please take it as it is. But my attitude is you, so please check it. My personality is me, and I cannot change that for anyone because I was born with it, I grew up into it. So it's too late. But my attitude is you. So you need to check your attitude if things are not going well between us. But I doubt it. Nobody is perfect. So I want to say thank you all. Thank you. I have to go now. Excellent, everybody. God bless you all. Thank you ever so much.